welcome to Yes Bitch TV, Honey Yes God. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, by hitting that notification bell, you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Now, before I go on with the video, I just want to shout out my sister and my niece, Tiffany and Janae. I'm recording on my new tripod. Thank you, niece. It was a birthday gift from her. So it'll make doing videos a lot easier, okay? Also, my sister got me this custom shirt with my YouTube channel logo, Yes Bitch TV, Honey Yes God, and a picture of me on it as well. And there's some writing on the back of that bitch too, honey, where it just says, yes, bitch, honey, you know, this big ass back, girl. But I do want to shout them out and say thank you so much. I actually live for this. I really, really do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Branding, okay. All right, so jumping into the topic at hand, where am I going to go with this? So for those of you that have been following, you know that I review a show called Chasing Dallas. They're in their second season. Episode 4 just premiered on Thursday, this past Thursday. And there's a cast member on there. Shout out to Ariel O'Hare. She is a trans girl. And in one of the scenes, she was with the iconic T.S. Madison. And they were just basically having a discussion about the murder of a close friend of Ariel's, which was Malaysia Booker. She was a fellow trans girl who was murdered just basically for being her. And this has sparked a lot of controversy because, you know, there's been a lot of different, you know, sides here. And, you know, some things have been said, and this is not what this video is about. I don't even want to talk about that fuck shit. I want to talk about what else they said in that scene. And it was basically that how can we expect for the straight community or any other community outside of the LGBTQI plus community to accept us and love us and to be there for us, to support us, to bring awareness to our issues, if we ourselves within the gay community are divided and at each other's throats, and we can't seem to come together and build our own bridges of motherfucking unity. Okay, and I know I talk about building the bridges of unity a lot, but I fucking mean it. And I'm totally in agreement with, you know, that perspective. How can we, you know, in the words of Imani Van Zant, fix your shit? How can we ask everybody else to open their eyes and open their minds to accept something that's different than them if we can't do it ourselves? It's very hypocritical. So basically my main thing about this whole issue is I want to talk about the self-hating mentality. And this self-hating mentality oftentimes is unknowingly lingering in the psyche of all human beings, especially the ones that have been oppressed throughout the fucking eons of this life. We're talking about African Americans, we're talking about gays, we're talking about anybody that's part of the LGBTQI plus spectrum, anybody who is non-white, and I guess I can't really say that because Jews are white, they've been an oppressed people. Anybody who has a difference that does not agree with the white supreme power is considered to be a minority, is considered to be different, outcasted. Okay, if you don't conform to the white rule, then you don't fit in their bubble. They don't want you there. So the self-hating mentality has been something, again, that has dwelled within the human psyche forever. Okay, that's what adopted religion, that's what adopted politics, that's what adopted a lot of the mean girl attitude, you can't sit with us personas that we see when we walk into these different avenues of life. Okay, that's what created classism, rich, poor, bitch. If you don't have status or wealth, if you don't have a family name that's backed up by power, then fuck you. Okay, whoever created these standards for life, like I said in the previous video, fuck you, bitch. And I feel like the human race needs to go against that grain, and we need to forge our own little situations. But I don't want to take away from the topic at hand, which is the great divide that lies within the LGBTQI plus community. And that, again, is all attributed to the self-hating mentality that oftentimes unknowingly dwells within the human psyche for everyone. I know I repeated myself, but I want to make that very clear. The gays have been ostracized from society, and a lot of people are going to try to argue me down, but the proof and their evidence lies within our history. LGBTQI plus, I'm not even going to say all this, but just being homosexual, period, has the same lifeline as racism. Okay, yes it does. There's going to be a lot of fuckers that are going to try to argue me down about that, but if you just look at the history of humanity, you will know that those two things, being black and being gay, they have the same timeline of their oppressions. Within the gay community, you have the gays, you have people like myself, I'm a gay male. You have the lesbians, of course, women who, you know, love other women. You have the trans girls, born a man, born a boy, but felt like they were in the wrong body and wanted to go through the process of becoming a woman. You have a lot of different facets in our spectrum, but what our all common goal is, and what kills me, and why I ask myself, why is there so much division, is because all our common goal is we all want to be accepted. We want to be loved for being different. Well, I'm not going to say being different, because what is being different? Again, these standards for life have fucked everyone up. And again, the self-hating mentality that we all have it, including myself. There's a self-hating mentality. The reason why the trans girls don't get the love that they deserve is because feminine gays who don't reach the height of sharing the experience of trans, they look down on the trans. I mean, I'm being blood raw here. This is my opinion, okay? This is my opinion. I'm just spitting the facts. I'm saying the things that I think most people are not talking about. And that's, again, why we have this tug of war within our community. Is because no one's going to just talk about it. No one's going to talk about it. I will, bitch, okay? Yes, bitch TV, honey. Yes, God, okay? The femme girls, I believe, look down on the trans is because they're everything they were told they could not be. And I don't want to equate that to people thinking that, oh, the femme gays want to be women, because I'm considered to be feminine, but I've never wanted to be a woman. And I'm not talking about the female aspect, I'm talking about the personality of it all, to just be able to be feminine and be proud about it. A lot of femmes grew up in religious households where they were told that, you know, even if you are going to be gay, we don't want no sissies. We don't want no femininity around us. And again, that comes from the toxic masculinity that has run the motherfucking history. It's ran history. Masculinity has ran history like a motherfucker. Bitch, I guess we all can agree on that. Toxic masculinity has been known to run the motherfucking ship of life, bitch, and has destroyed our motherfucking human consciousness as we know it. True fucking tea. It's the truth. So when you have these kids that grow up in these ultra strict environments, ultra religious environments, because again, I don't know why people equate religion as this all-time thing. People don't realize that religion was created to be a social construct, to control, to choke the life out of motherfucking humanity, bitch. And furthermore, segregate those. Okay, because that's what all the Bibles really has done, is segregate humanity when it was supposed to be originally meant to bring people together. Girl, we just some opposite motherfuckers. Okay, every day is opposite day in the land of humanity, bitch, because we just can't seem to connect the dots, and they're so simple. What's so difficult about working together? Accepting your neighbor for being just a little bit different than you are, or having a different perspective, or living a lifestyle that may be considered different than yours. What is so hard about just looking the other way or just minding your own fucking business? And I'm being taken away from the self-hating mentality part of it all. So again, you got these motherfucking people being raised up as this way, again, because hate, again, is taught. So even as a gay man, I was told, oh, don't be feminine, put some bass in your voice, put some masculinity in the way that you walk. So growing up, I looked at femininity as this demon. I didn't want it nowhere around me. I always tried to catch myself. Like if I was breaking my wrist, child, I had to straighten that motherfucker up real quick. But then I would break it again by accident. Girl, just who I am, honey. And you get taught these things. And society tells you that femininity is bad. It's bad. Don't do that no more. And then you start trying to straighten yourself up to fit these fuckers in this society that could give a fuck if you lived or died. Hence the importance when people do their coming out videos or they come out to their family. Hence the importance. People say, you're throwing your gayness down our throat. No, we are letting you know, honey, we are loud, we are proud, and we are okay in our own motherfucking skin, bitch. That's what the coming out is for. It's not for you. It's not for you, silly kids. It's not for you. The coming out process is for us. It affirms who we are. It affirms our level of comfortability with who we are. But we're still not going to always be fully comfortable. Even to this day, as a 32-year-old openly gay man, I still end up checking my femininity meter sometimes when I'm out and about in public. And I, again, attribute that to the small piece of self-hating mentality that lives within me. So the same could be said about every other subgroup within the LGBTQI plus community. The femmes hate the TSs for that. The tops, not the tops, but the masculines hate the feminines, because a lot of times these masculine guys, they've been taught that masculine is the way to go. Masculine is the T, but the femmes, they're gonna put your business out there. They're too flamboyant. They're just too, femmy. All of this creates a snowball effect of fuck shit that trickles down and again creates oftentimes the unknowingness of the self-hating mentality. I want to expand more on this, and I'm going to call on some people to probably do a panel discussion about this so that everyone has an opportunity to share their perspectives on this. I have a few people in mind, so I will be reaching out to a couple of YouTubers, gay, trans, whoever. I definitely want to have this conversation. I would love a lesbian on there. I would love a trans girl on there. I would love, again, a gay man on there. Or just, if I could have every person from the spectrum, that would be wonderful. That way we can try to build that bridge of unity, because I totally get it. We can't expect the outside world to love us and accept us and appreciate us and to support us and bring that awareness that is needed if we can't do that for our own selves. And it really sucks, because our goal, I believe, is all the same. We just want to be loved. We don't want to be tolerated. We don't want people to just say, "Oh, child, just let them." We want to be accepted. We want to be loved, all in thine sight. Okay? I shouldn't be harassed. I shouldn't be beaten up. I shouldn't be talked about because I'm going to check my mail. Grocery shopping. I shouldn't be a group of niggas waiting on me as I get to my car to beat me up because I'm just doing me. I'm just living my life. And if we want to talk about at one point in life, black people, you couldn't drink from the same fountains as whites. You couldn't even go to the same school as them. You couldn't even look a white woman in the eyes. The Jews, you couldn't even have blonde hair and blue eyes. You couldn't have nothing. You couldn't do nothing. The Indians, Christopher Columbus came over here and gave your culture the fucking business, your society the business, took over your fucking lands. This is the same kind of injustice that you guys felt in those moments of history that we're feeling now in the gay community. Y'all hate when we try to equate it to all the other civil rights movements, right? You hate that. But it's an injustice regardless of how you want to look at the situation. No matter how you don't want to try to compare it, it's all an injustice. It's all fucked when you start trying to tell another human being how they should live their own fucking lives. How they should walk, how they should talk, who they should love. Who the fuck crowned you king, bitch of everything? So this discussion, I would like to continue further. Again, getting the multiple perspectives from different people that are within the spectrum of the LGBTQI plus community. Also, just letting the gays know you are no better than nobody. Okay, stop talking down on the TS girls. If you don't know that experience, if you can't share in that experience, then shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Because you don't want no one talking about your motherfucking ass. Just because you cannot relate, and you should be able to relate, you may not be able to relate to the actual physical aspect of it, but you know the sense of it all, bitch. When you were hiding in your motherfucking closet as a child, having the femininity beaten out of you by your raggedy ass fathers. When you were in that church and that sorry ass pastor was laying those demonic hands on you trying to pray the gay away, bitch. So why would you sit here and demean and just be so disrespectful to a community that basically started it all, that gave us all the confidence that we have today? In this generation, the girls are coming out early, girl. This was unheard of in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, girl, even early 2000s, girl. The kids are coming out the closet. They are finding confidence. It is because of RuPaul's Drag Race. It is because of shows like Pose. It is because that these girls have put their lives on the line to fight for the motherfucking right to be, just to be, honey, in existence. So why is your nose tooted up at the girls who helped pay the way for you to be who you are today? So from Yes Bitch TV, honey, I would like to say thank you to the mothers of it all, honey. All of the girls who lost their lives standing up for justice. Yes, God. All of the girls who walked those walks in order to be who they are so that I can be free to be this fabulous gay motherfucker that I am today, bitch. Okay, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am aware, I acknowledge. I may not share in your experience as trans. I may be ignorant to your experience as trans, okay? But I'm not an ignorant motherfucker, okay? I'm heavily aware of the privilege to know you, okay? I'm heavily aware, and you girls should be as well. The self-hating mentality, once again, I want to just stress to you guys, really think about it. Think about the way that you grew up. Think about all of the things that society tried to instill in you. Because society has always tried to mold things that were different by inciting violence, again, by inciting aggression, which leads to hate, generational hate. When we finally wake up and realize that the self-hating mentality is the major root to all of the fuck shit and the divide within the LGBTQI plus community, I think having that self-realization, having that self-awareness will help you better in your growth in this lifestyle. Whether you're gay, whether you're lesbian, whether you're bi, whether you're trans, it doesn't matter your title, your label, or whatever you look at yourself as. Once you can identify that fault, you're going to be able to move forward. You're going to be able to be more accepting of your fellow sisters in the struggle. Because again, no matter how you want to look at it, we're all struggling in this community. We're all going through our own fuck shit. But if you could have someone to share in that with, to confide in, and most of the times I found that with my fellow sisters. You know, like I found that with my fellow gay men. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple of gay friends. I was friends with I've never been friends with a trans girl before, but well, she wasn't trans, but she was on her way there. But our friendship kind of ended before, you know, I got to see her transitioning. But good soul, learned everything. The bitch loved me to death, loved her to death. And, you know, you'll be surprised the commonalities that are amongst the girls. If you just take the time to open your mind, you know what I'm saying? Open your eyes and shut your fucking mouth and not try to be so judgmental, okay? Again, stop letting that self-hating mentality spoil your motherfucking relationships with people who could possibly be forever kind of motherfuckers in your life. I'm done with this video. I just wanted to talk about this and bring some kind of, you know, perspective to it all, and continue to let the girls know that I think that's the major problem within our community, is that self-hating mentality. And once again, until you learn that that is there, that is a real thing, you're not going to be able to um, you're not going to be able to progress at all. This is true tea for yourself and for others. Um, Love you guys. Be blessed, never stressed.